What is going on, Josh? How we doing tonight?
Good, buddy. Good. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Give me a second. I'm going to kind of talk and not look at you right now, so I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying to
Okay.
get this shared into some Facebook groups. But I got Josh Trees here with me with WeHangChristmasLights.com. And Josh, I mean, I've known you since I started Christmas Lights back in 2016, but
Yep.
that doesn't mean
Been a
that's when you
while.
started. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about you and what got you in the Christmas light industry?
Man, it's been a long time ago, JC. As you said, I have been doing this almost 30 years now, 28 years to be exact. And I jumped into it. I was had a boat and jet ski rental business in San Diego, down in San Diego Bay, at a couple of hotels. And that was actually the first business I ever had. Started that one, around the age of 22, some 22, 23. And I had a buddy that did this a little bit in high school, and he's what gave us the idea. And we actually, he was going to get rich in some multi-level marketing thing, and he went on to do really well in other things, not multi-level marketing, but he gave us kind of the cheesy little start and the 30-minute training, which was very, very, I just laughed going back to the training. It was hilarious. But he did get us in this business. Is my buddy Trace, and he does pop-up TVs now, very successful with it. But it kind of started with that, and it was a great add-on because I'd already had a seasonal boat rental business and the jet skis, and I really enjoyed it. I still do. I started training people, as you know, about 6 years into that venture, and my passion really has become for the training side, the marketing side. Been quite a while since I've been up on a ladder, but it's funny sometimes people think like I never have. I've been up on a ladder many times in lifts. Last time was probably 6 years ago, Black Friday at Barstow Outlet Malls, the day before, showtime at the mall. So I've had a lot of experience with that, but my forte is definitely on marketing. Like you, I have a passion for helping people grow their business, and I'm just intrigued by the data side of things, the marketing side of things, and that's kind of where I'm at with it now. Unfortunately, I've got everything else is pretty much handled, but yeah, it's been a long run, man. It's been a long 50 years old now. Started, like I said, when I was 23. So where all this gray hair is, this beard wasn't even near this long or near this gray when I first started, buddy.
I think you're putting down the Christmas lights, and you look like you're transitioning to be the next Santa at the mall. That beard you got
Man,
growing, dude.
if
It's
I
pretty
keep on
epic.
eating, if I keep on eating these damn burritos and tacos in Southern California, we just got here a few days ago. Yeah, that's going to be the problem, man. Yeah, I got to watch that, JC. Otherwise, I will be. Kids will start coming up, sitting on my lap for mistaking me for Santa. So
That's awesome, man. Well, yeah. So, I mean, you're kind of like the pioneer for a lot of this stuff in the industry and the trainings, and been working with you, like I said, since 2016. I've had an incredible opportunity to be able to grow my Christmas light business to where it is, and for a lot of guys just getting started out, and even ones that have been in for a while, lead flow can be a struggle, especially if you're just getting started in a market that's very well established. SEO, capital, things like that. It's very hard to get ranked fast and get your name out there. And when you have multiple companies out there that have been doing this for a while, and you go search We Hang Chris or Christmas Light Installation, my area, blah, 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 blah. There's a good chance that you're not going to be ranking. And I know for myself and probably many other homeowners, we're not going through page 2 or 3 to find somebody who's qualified to hang my lights. We're looking for the top 1, 2, or 3. And, again, when I started, 2016, really didn't know much back then for myself. So I was fortunate to be able to get started with WeHangChristmasLights.com with the affiliate program, because you guys are freaking ranking high throughout the United States. And it's just an easy way for those that really want to level up, that don't have the resources or maybe the know-how to even get ranked and try and outbeat multiple companies that have been doing this for years. The We Hang Christmas Lights affiliate program. Let's talk more about that and what that all involves and why somebody would want to get signed up for it right now, even though it's November 2nd, and we're going to jump into the leaderboard to show like how many leads just came in today.
right.
Because I mean, really, it's post Halloween, but still the weekend. And I know starting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that lead flow is just going to go through the roof.
Oh, it's going to go nuts. People are still people are still watching football today, eating the candy, putting away the costumes, away the spider webs and all the spooky stuff. But yeah, it's the program, like you said, you were on it, starting out 10 years ago, and it's been around for about going about 22 years. And really what it is a marketing program, affiliate program, very much similar to a franchise, but without the royalties. And, we have some great people that we work with out there. And a lot of that, comes from, what we do and, our rankings and everything. A lot of that is based on the fact that we've been doing it for so long. And our page, our website has thousands, if not tens of thousands of pages of content because it's simply been around so long. I mean, I registered that domain, no kidding, probably 25 years ago. I paid back when domains were $7,500 a year, register.com. And it's evolved. The whole website's telling you the back end through people that I've worked with like yourself. We'll get recommendations. We'll tweak things a little bit. And it is, we're still coming up high in the search engines in a lot of areas, but it's tough, man. You know how it is. Digital marketing these days is a dog-eat-dog world. The AI thing coming out, I'm happy when I see it. Somebody says in a little, how'd you hear about us, saying Chat GPT. That's pretty cool because I'm like, that's where this stuff is going, man, fast. And, the beautiful thing is that even where we don't have, let's say, great ranking or, we're not coming up at the very top of the page, we have these resources. We have the signs that we get made by, 20,000 at a time so we can sell them to our affiliates for so inexpensively. Same thing, door hangers, postcards, shirts, hats. I mean, everything that we do, we buy it all in huge quantity and we pass those savings along. So a guy didn't have to go out and buy 5,000 door hangers to buy them for, say, 14, 16 cents a piece or 12 cents a piece. They're going to they can buy 100, 500, 1,000. If they want to buy 10,000, they can. But the price is the same because we already have that combined buying power because we all share. I call it cooperative marketing. And I'm going to blast off into a couple other industries in the next couple of years. But we're basically a bunch of, locations that are sharing a name, a website, and a phone number. Now, of course, we'll have a different phone number for every marketing medium. But since everything is zip code routed and only one person, if you have 12 zip codes, 15 zip codes, you're the only one that gets the estimates that come in. So that's why, you being out there in North Carolina can share it with guys in Texas, guys in Florida, guys in Arizona, Dallas, San Antonio, San Diego. So it's really cool because we're utilizing these marketing resources almost like a shared ownership jet or a shared ownership, piece of property, but it's a digital property, meaning that we can all use it at the same time. And it's really for the guys that are more the small to small medium, I say. If a guy's going to go out and have 20 locations, which most people don't, but that's not our guy. We're the small to small to medium, and it's perfect for that. And you're right. We will generate a lot of leads. We'll look at that lead board here in a second. And that's just the overflow of leads that's coming from areas where we don't have affiliates or lead buyers, which that compromises about 225 regions in the United States. And we're really looking for something to do with those excess leads that are on the lead board. And there's still some good opportunities in some pockets of the bigger cities. But alluding to also what you were saying, yeah, we're getting into go time. We are in go time. We're in that time of year, JC, where you and I, it's like Groundhog's Day, man. I kind of like. I'm not gonna lie, I hate it in some ways, but I also love it because it's almost like I get an adrenaline rush. Because that's why I came out to California, rented this house to get away from all the distractions on the farm, and just because it's like grind, right? And the dollars are coming in, and it's exciting, and I love it. I'm here checking the emails to watch the lead flow every 30 minutes, and I can't wait to see how that's going to go up. But somebody could jump in this tomorrow, say, hey, I want to be an affiliate. We'll give them a great discounted rate since it is late in the season. They'll receive a box of door hangers, postcards, signs, everything that they're going to need to market this business. And since you brought me on kind of on a spur of the moment thing that we just talked about yesterday, we'll give them a nice little discount as a result and let them dip their toe in the water a little bit. So if we do have a territory, I encourage people to reach out to us. There's Jeremy out in Oceanside. I saw a lead coming from Oceanside today, but I don't know if it went on the lead board. I think it might have gone to an installer.
Yeah, I mean,
so
what a great opportunity, because I mean, like I said, right now, there's a lot of Christmas light installation companies out there, and that number is just exponentially increasing every single year. So standing out is getting harder and harder. A lot of guys don't know how to do that, how to separate themselves from the competition out there. And I use that word loosely because I think all competition is great. I have a lot of competitors in my market, and I love collaborating with as many of them as I can. But at the end of the day, if you're not number one on Google, if you're not front of mind, front of sight, to Susie, who's going on looking for a Christmas light installation company, when she Googles, she's going to go for the first thing. And the We Hang Christmas Lights page is a great page. It's got great branding. Like you said, you've owned that thing for years, so it's got some, SEO back power in there, for different markets, different regions. And a lot of markets that when I've searched, like, you're number one on top of people who have been there for a while because of what you've done to help build that website up over the years. So, this isn't just for the beginners as well, too. Even for the guys that are established and looking to get more leads and trying to grow their company too.
Absolutely. Get a lot of guys like that. A lot of guys that come in and say, Josh, look, I've been doing this for 6, 8, 10 years. Even at the training events, you've seen some of those guys, that some of the trainings that you and I have done together. But yeah, even the guys that are just like, I want to take this to the next level. I want to build it up. I want to get more crews going. And you're right, the branding is extremely important. You gotta be on your game, man, especially these days. And show up looking like JC, nice and clean cut. I'm in my office all day. I don't have to worry. I'm holed up in this, like, almost in a dungeon right now, just behind the scenes on the computer. So I can, it doesn't matter. But I always tell people, polish yourself up, get out there, have a nice shirt on, because we're out there selling an experience. And a lot of people get caught up in selling the job and selling the dollar amount. Sell the experience first. Don't even talk about the money. Talk about how, those kids are going to feel when they see it in the evening, sit at the dinner table, when they get home from school. Put it on the digital timer and turn the lights on at 6 a.m. so it's a little easier to get them out of the house and go to school. I've always done that. I remember, even though it's been a while since I've been out actually selling in the field for residential, but I'll go out with people from time to time, some of the newer guys, and I always enjoy it. But it's like, I never used any of the software stuff, which it can be great, right? I mean, I'm not going to doubt that at all. There's some great software. I used to go out there, though, and literally act like I was the Rain Man of Christmas lights and just make these people see what was in my side of my head and use words like symmetry, balance, oh my gosh, I can just know, I'm acting like this interior decorating. It's going to be just dazzling. You're going to love it so much. And read the customer. I was telling my kids the other day, when it comes to sales, I'm a chameleon, man. I'm going to notice everything I can to try to connect with that customer, find out what they like, what their preferences are, and again, connect with them. Find that connecting spot. And a lot of people these days are having a lot of success selling the jobs online. They're just doing the pictures, they're selling them. And if you've got that privilege, that's great. But if you see things starting to get more competitive and more difficult, get back out there in person and be different than a lot of the people that are just selling the computer, and sell them. And like I said, sell them on that experience and how much they're going to love it. And you are selling something that people are going to love. You're selling something that's fun, festive. Everybody should love being in this business because it does. Hey, money is what makes the world go around. But we are, in fact, indeed, might sound a little cheesy, but kids, old people, they do love what we do, man. We do put a smile on faces. I know you genuinely enjoy it. JC, it's, you have the privilege of your dad working with you a lot. A lot of people in this business have their family working with them. And we are one of those businesses where we're bringing joy at a time where a lot of people are not. Christmas lights do make people happy. There is nobody that can say that that's not a fact. I know when we're out there, sometimes those late nights that run really late, we're, cussing and swearing, fucking Christmas light or whatever. But hey, the people that are looking at them, they're putting a smile on their face, no doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's the definition of insanity, right? We keep doing this ourselves year over year over year.
Yeah, it must be.
The anticipation of the season, we're like, oh my God, I can't wait for this. Let's go. And then you get into the season, you're getting excited. You're like, yes, finally here. And then it's like mid-November, getting towards Thanksgiving, like, what am I? Why do I keep doing to myself every single year? You know, and then
just think about that vacation coming up. You got to have the guys that are out there pick something. At one point for me, it was a nice new dirt bike I was going to get. Then it was like laying on the beach in Cabo. Who knows where you'll be at, JC? Some exotic place. I think you're saying Cairo or London or wherever, and you know,
London, yep.
riding around on camels on the pyramids and whatever. But that's what keeps you going, man, during those hard times. Because it is. I don't care what anybody says. There's a lot of money in this business, absolutely, but it's not for the faint-hearted. We make a lot of money in a short period of time. And it is a lot of work, but it's highly rewarding. And you're right. It's almost kind of like the guys in the, up north or Midwest that they'll get excited for the first few snows out of the year. And then by the time, February rolls around, God damn it, over it, ice slipping, falling. So, but it just shows that it is one of those things where you do always go back to it. And it's always people look forward to it, man. They look forward, I think, to getting outside, to doing it. And also into the money, because when you're doing it right and you're doing things systematically, like the guys out there that we deal with, a lot of them, it's also a great profit center. It sometimes surpasses. I work with a lot of pressure washers. That's how I came into contact with you back even before I was working with the UAMCC and stuff, but or right around that time. But I know a lot of pressure washing guys. I could throw out names that it surpassed what they were doing in those revenues. And I'm talking net, because I always like to talk net, within, 3 or 4 years. Because, that's, as that's when you really get into the sweet spot, is when you've been doing it for year 3 is really good for a lot of people. That's really a big turning point, like profit wise, big time.
Yeah. And I mean, for sure. And as long as you're pricing right, I mean, I look back to,
got to price it right. Absolutely.
From some jobs that I had a customer that we went back and looked at the history. This is year 9, literally year 9. They were the first customer, one of
amazing, dude.
4 customers we ever got the first year, because I didn't really do a whole lot of marketing. And the first year I installed her lights was $330. And I'm like, what the F was I thinking? Because back then I wasn't, we didn't have
we
have now. It was figured out on your own.
I look at something. There's a newspaper article I put up a lot from the San Diego Union Tribune, and it was talking about me doing these famous DJs, Jeff and Jer, and then Steve Finley, who was a very famous Padre baseball player. But it had said Josh's prices range anywhere from $50 to as high as $1,200. There's a 97, and now you double that for now basically. But I was just laughing. I was just like, oh my gosh, like. Little did I know, because I'm just I had no idea what I was doing pricing. I mean, I was just thinking, oh, okay, this can just like putting lights up on my parents' house, right? Where we'll get the people that are calling and inquiring, like, oh, how hard can it be? It's just, it's not rocket science, but there's a lot of systems. People come to the classes. Like I said, that I've been fortunate enough to work with you, Jimmy, and in some of these classes, it blows their mind how much these guys are like brain tired by the end of the day. And we're not even getting any like business stuff. We're just talking Christmas light specific, permanent light specific, those type of things. So there is a lot of ways that you go from that point of losing money or barely making it to making a lot of money. And fortunately, a lot of people I deal with, they already have their own businesses. So I do get people from time to time, they're like, why would I be, or you see some of these comments on Facebook or whatever, why would I pay for that? Why would I do that? Well, you know what? Don't pay for it. But I'll tell you what, you're going to pay a lot more for it by going out there and making those mistakes.
Yeah.
Tenfold than as reasonable as it's gotten now. And we're not sitting here pitching classes at all. And I don't care who you get education. Well, it's important to get it from the right people, but I'm not the only one out there that can do it. You're not the only one out there that can do it. I think you and I can do a better job than a lot of people can, do probably at the top notch of it. But there are ways out there, and it's so affordable now that somebody be a dummy not to go invest a couple days of their time to go to an in-person training, because we're investing in them too. And I tell people that, hey, we don't make money off these classes. Sure, we make money. For me, when I'm selling products, when I'm doing stuff like that, it's a win-win situation. The more lights they're doing, the more we're doing. Everybody's happy. But that's what I love about this business, is that it's fun for me, and I know it's fun for you too, because I know the type of person you are. It's it's fun to watch other people make money. It's not, I don't get jealous. I don't get envious. I mean, I love it. I love watching the success of others. And especially when I've had a part of that success and been able to help them with that foundation.
Yep. Yeah. No, and the nice thing about the industry too is just because going back to that, when I charged $330 for that first house, it probably took me 4 hours to do it. And today, just got done doing a commercial install with one other guy. It was $5,200. We were done in 2 hours and 26 minutes on a brand new install for a commercial job. And it's just
was that
just
incredible. On the poles?
Yeah, with that freaking hawk that was sitting up there.
I saw that.
But it's just cool to see the difference of talking about the investment in yourself and your success. And I talked about how I spent $100,000 on multiple coaching platforms over the years in a single year. And some people say that's freaking crazy, but I was able to collapse time and get where we are today. And just like when I signed up with WeHangCrystalLights.com back in 2016, like there's no way that we would be here today without utilizing the We Hang Christmas Lights, the resources, the training, and all that stuff. And I was not afraid to invest in my company, into my team, into myself. That's why we continue to excel and just outgrow other companies that started at the same time with us, is because of working with people like you and like with Jimmy and attending events and spending the money. I'm not afraid to make the financial investment because I know that ROI is going to be able to help collapse time and get us way further than try and do it and make very expensive, painful mistakes. Like he's, like what Jake's saying here, you pay your money or pay your pain. Yeah.
That's very true. And I appreciate the kind words from you. And I've done it myself. I've been to events, and I always tell people what you guys are doing when you're here, when you're at these events, when you go to trade shows, when you go to networking events, man, it's like, I was like a sponge when I was in my early 20s. A lot of these guys, it's cool because they're like in their 70s that are still in the industry, 70, 75, about to retire. Some of the real old guys, and they'll be like, oh man, I remember when you were young whippersnapper, you're getting old like us now. And, I was just a ball of energy. And, like you said, to what you were saying, you go out, you invest in your future by meeting with people. And you don't always mesh with everybody, but what you'll find is that I've really never found an event that I went to that I didn't extract at least something good out of it. People call them nuggets, you call it whatever you want to do, you call it, but they really are. It's like, it gets your mind working. I went to a Tommy Mello event. Great guy. I know Tommy, the A1 garage door guy. And I went out and visited in Phoenix, and then about a year later, I went to one of his events, and I didn't go to every little tract on it, but I went to several of them. And there were just a couple of those speakers there that really got me back to something on the marketing side that was kind of locked away in the back of my brain and brought it back. And it's very much of something that I'm doing now in my plans for the future. So yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, you always got to be, do your homework, talk to some people, talk to guys like us, other people that have been to a lot of things. But you're right. There is a tremendous value in getting out there, shaking hands. And you don't have to be super charismatic around in front of the camera or whatever. Just get out there. You'll get comfortable with things and meet these people and grab these nuggets and run with them. Get your brain going.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Josh, let's talk about the leaderboard because I was just looking at it, and since we jumped on 25 minutes ago, leads are literally flowing into it. Like, that's how real time this is. So you talked about, getting a part of the affiliate program. Where would they go to get more information about that first?
So they can simply, I'll make it easy, and I'll pass the information along to sales staff, which is predominantly going to be Megan. But just email me, super easy, just like her name, Josh, Josh, at WeHangChristmasLights.com. Josh at WeHangChristmasLights.com. Shoot me an email to say, hey, I saw the deal with you and JC. I'm interested. We'll send them information on the lead board, the exclusive lead program, and the affiliate program. They can provide us with their zip codes that they're interested in. We'll let them know if those are available or if those are not available. And we'll help them out however we can. And it's really simple as that. So they can also text me at 951-541-4482, 951-541-4482. and we will get back to them. As you know, we're extremely busy, and but we would love to get more people set up. I mean, it's like you said, the leads are flowing in every day, and we need to get more of these areas covered.
Let's see. Can we see this right here? There we go. All right. So we got the leaderboard right here. I am going. Does this work? All right, cool. So I can do this and see it. So this is the leaderboard. If you want to go, just go to WHCLleads.com, WHCLleads.com. And this is live. Anybody can just chime in or log into this anytime. Where is it? Jeremy. I mean, he said earlier, he checks the leaderboard every single day. And like I said, this literally.
Good job, Jeremy.
These two weren't here when we started 25 minutes ago. So these just popped in. You can filter out by city, zip, state over here, and then see, what you're looking for. And it's just people that are going on to Google and looking for Crystal Light installation. They find the WeHangCrystalLights.com website. They enter their information. So if somebody is not an affiliate or doesn't own that territory, correct me if I'm wrong, Josh, then that lead would go to here, correct? For anybody to go ahead and buy it out?
Correct. And that's why, and that is one of the reasons, on the lead board, people ask, well, how come I don't see Dallas on there, or San Diego, like where Jeremy's at, Oceanside, and they're selling Dade City, and so here's Hillsborough, North Carolina, Dublin, Ohio. I saw some Big Bear, California, Woodstock, Georgia, which is outside of Atlanta. So, the list goes on, but Durham, North Carolina, that's a hot area. We need somebody in, I think Raleigh, Durham is a hot spot where we need somebody bad. But the reason is simple. Most of those cities, as you know, we've been doing this for a long time, JC, most of the cities are taken. Most of them are taken by affiliates or the dedicated lead buyers, meaning that people sign up for whatever leads they want, and they don't go to the lead board. Every lead automatically gets sent to them. But there are some like Savannah, Georgia. I mean, when you look on here, there's some diamonds in the rough, and I've seen not 100% truth here. We've had jobs for over $450,000 that have come off this freaking lead board.
I can't believe Charlotte's on here still. Holy shit.
Yeah, Charlotte. I mean, there's some pockets of Charlotte. I mean, there are some areas, and people, if they also want to inquire with us and say, hey, am I in one of those hot spots? We can let them know. Right now, Inland Empire is going off. Chino Hills, Corona, Menifee, you see right there.
And I also want to bring, these are all leads from yesterday to today. So
these are, I mean, we're looking at what's, yeah.
And these are just the areas that are not taking. I mean,
these are just, I look at when I look at because I get CC'd on every estimate request that comes in through the United States, and it's just going, it's exciting. It's when it starts hitting and seeing the different times of day and the different trends. I love looking at it. But you're exactly right.
2 days of leads for markets that are not taking right now.
That's it, buddy. And they're going to continue coming in. And you're right. This weekend will be slow compared to when people get into the office. Because I also do a lot of email blasting. And given the fact we've been doing this for a long time, that generates a lot of people, a lot of interest, even sometimes referrals and stuff. So, yeah, get on there. I need more people checking that out. And if you don't mind showing them, if you click on that top one, just put add to cart.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of people, they ask about the process too. So now and they can add as many as they want. Now just go check out. It'll only ask you for all this information once, and then it'll save it. And then boom, you're good to go. Once they purchase that lead, they collect proceed to checkout, and then they pay. They have the option of keeping their information on file, so they'll be able to be super fast in the future. And upon clicking that, within 30 seconds, all the information for that lead is going to be delivered into their mailbox. And we don't, there's Jeremy said if it's signed up, unfortunately, there is a waiting list. And we do get certain areas where we do have people on a waiting list. But again, some key areas on there, I'm surprised myself, like with Raleigh, Charlotte, and we're getting a lot of action in North Carolina right now too. But it's these leads on here. Part of the reason they're so valuable is that we're not just soliciting people. These are people, a lot of them are going online, like you're saying. They have a need. They're going to an actual website. We're different than like a lot of people you see online that are like lead generation companies for 100 different industries. We specialize obviously in Christmas lights. So when they go to our website, it's a Christmas light website because again, a vast majority are going to affiliates. And then the people that are WeHangChristmasLights.com that advertise it, that are similar to like franchises. But yeah, I just looking at this, I mean, get on there, guys, check it out. We're trying to figure out better ways to even do like text notifications where you can sign up for areas. But, you know, if people let us know, you know, we'll get our VA from Unique Genius. Thank you, Angela Chanowski. And we'll take those areas and we'll start manually doing it with our VA, and we'll start letting you know when there's leads in your area because we know you're busy and you can't look at this, you know, 20 times a day. But if we know where you're at, we'll hit you up. Or better yet, that you do not pay a dime. If you called them and said, I want these zip codes are available, I want these zip codes, it's risk-free. We're not going to bill you until probably 2 to 3 days after you get your first leads. We invoice after you've gotten the leads. On the lead board, you do pay with credit card. But once you sign up for zip codes, again, no commitment, no registration fee. If you get 0 leads, you never pay a dime. If you get 20 leads, you'll end up paying $1,000, and that $1,000 will translate into anywhere between probably $7,500 to $10,000 in business, and that's even in the first year. You know, you're talking about 9 years. Some people keeping jobs 10 years, 11 years. We found the average through our data is about 4 to 5 years, which is still a great return. And that's another thing these guys got to know these days. With it getting more competitive, treat your customer like JC does. Treat them like gold, like we do. You do not want to lose business. You do anything to keep those people on board because they are getting harder and harder to get. I'm not going to, say that they're not, but you do need to get more at the same time. But those that you have on board, you want them being super happy, checking with them, be proactive. Hey, how are your lights looking? We train people, call up a couple days later. You might have to come out and just a few bushes here and there, but you should want to, right? Because you want them happy. You want them as happy as they can be and ready to give you that check almost in January for the next year, which I know some of you guys out there do that. You're getting deposits in January and February, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So again, if anybody's watching this live, watching the replay, and you're really trying to level up and try and get some better leads, quality leads, stand out, even if you've been in the business for years. I mean, like I said, we're still using them right now.
We're a marketing program. Yeah.
Yeah. Not only does it prevent other people in my area from grabbing these good quality leads, but it's just another avenue for us to get lead flow coming in. I mean, we do the marketing, we do the yard signs, we do the vehicle wraps, we have the branding going on, but in a tough market, we want as many leads coming in to be able to continue to grow our revenue every single year. Like you said, that lifetime value of the client, 4 years is probably our sweet spot right now. We did have a lot of people move during COVID, so that really messed up the numbers overall. But when you have a customer that's paying you, I got some customers paying $15,000 for residential, and I know many other markets are I know some guys that don't even start doing an install for less than $10,000. So think about the lifetime value for that. So if you're paying $50 per lead, that lifetime value, our average ticket for residential right now is about $2,200. So let's say 4 years, that's $8,800 for a $50 lead. That's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer. And I tell these guys too, I'm like, people that get involved in this the first couple of years, this firsthand, JC, stick around for a while. You will get that winning the lottery deal, man. They don't come around annually, even every couple of years. But once you've been in this for 3, 4, 5 years, you're going to get that $100,000 deal that comes along, or that, $150,000. I remember Nick Rhodes, who I think you might know Nick Rhodes.
Yeah, Raleigh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, right. He's no longer doing this. He's in the heavy equipment business now. He sold his equipment. I'm sorry, he transports it, but he sold his business. But he did that drive-through park off of a lead that came off of our website because it was an affiliate. I think it was a little over $500,000. And man, you hit those. It's like somebody's annual income in that one freaking job, man. I mean, and those will come around. You just got to be patient, and it's a long game. Some people hit it the first year, some people hit it, after a couple years, but no, it is it's a great industry and it's still good. People are saying, oh, it's saturated. At things get that way. That's the nature of any business. It's always been that way. It's the way people, same thing, whether you're HVAC, pressure washing, landscaping, you get in these industry groups like you and I are, JC, you see the same things, the same complaints. And you've got to be, like you said, you've got to hit them from every direction. You've got to be the smartest guy in your market, or one of the smartest guys in your market at least. And don't worry about what the other guys are doing. Don't worry about what they're charging. Worry about what you're doing. Worry about selling the experience yourself. And if you think a guy's charging too little, go out and hire him. Sub them out. Go out and put your selling shoes on. And that's what I always tell these guys that are like, well, this guy's charging $3 a foot. Well, if he really is, he might make a good subcontractor for you. And it's happened, because some people can't sell. They can do the job, but they can't sell. And, maybe that's why I'm selling for so cheap. But anyways, no, it's good stuff. I think it's going to be a good year overall. I'm excited for this season. It's mesmerizing how soon it starts, right? I mean, back even when you started, we couldn't even fathom before Halloween, Christmas lights and stuff.
Yeah.
And now it's like people are starting to install some freaking September. It's crazy.
Yep. We just keep moving the needle on that to get the lights up and be able to help more clients out there. So, all right. So again, let's close this out, Josh. If you're just watching this, you're just joining us, watching the replay. No, it is not too late to get on board with WeHangChristmasLights.com. There's still plenty of opportunity. I mean, you think about it, we have until roughly about December 15th. So that's 40 something days, working days, a little bit more than that, of opportunity for you to grow your company. If you're struggling with leads right now, this is a great way to get in there. Do not look at the money and say, oh my God, it's expensive, because then you're just being cheap. And you're going to sit there scratching your head in December and wondering why you didn't grow your company, because you're just cheap, doing everything wrong. And, guilty, been there, done that. So I get it. But we have plenty of resources out there now, including the We Hang Christmas Lights program to really get you to set yourself apart from other business out there. And again, it's a very competitive market. But one way to stand in front is to have more leads coming in with a reputable, branded We Hang Christmas Lights. And it doesn't mean that you change your business name overnight. That's not what it's about. It's just about,
we do a lot of co-branding, co-branding. Yeah.
And the name fits well. And I love, when people put out yard signs that say We Hang Christmas Lights, because a lot of people go and just put We Hang Christmas Lights near me. And guess what? WeHangChristmasLights.com is front of mine.
It's a double-edged sword, man, because we get people that call it mad. They're confusing us. It's like you hit the nail on the head. We'll hear people say, I saw a van drive by. I saw a signed radio ad, and their leads, they're not coming in from affiliate territory. So we know there's no advertising in those areas. And we always crack up. We love it. We see at the trade shows people wearing shirts. We Hang Christmas Lights. One of the biggest franchises out there. It's We Hang Christmas Lights, and they're a great franchise. I've trained a lot of their guys. The sides of their trucks, on hundreds of trucks, say We Hang Christmas Lights. Well, you're right. It has made it into, because I own ChristmasLightInstallation.com, which is the number one keyword. The keyword, as you know, keyword relevance makes no difference these days anymore. But We Hang Christmas Lights, people actually enter it into their browser. And then you put that into Google, man, we're the top 10. I mean, there's nobody else even on that page. So yeah, we love it. That's the little secret right there. But I tell a lot of people, and it's great. And people are going to continue to do it because, you know why? It's so memorable, and we've got the .com. People remember that. It's the name, like I'll have people say, that's a long name up on the phone with somebody with paying a credit card bill or doing whatever. Man, but it says exactly, don't have to ask what you do. Yep, WeHangChristmasLights.com. That's us. It's all in the name.
Yep, smart marketing. All right, Josh. So again, if you want to reach out to Josh, learn more about the affiliate program, like Ron said, you can text or email Josh at josh@WeHangChristmasLights.com. They'll set you up with, really, they just need to know the zip codes that they want to get leads for.
And then we'll run the check. Yep. And we'll let them know, hey, you put you on the waiting list. If not, but yeah, that's all we need to know, JC, is just a list of zip codes. And from there, it's takes us 15 seconds to run it through our query.
Sweet. All right, Josh, you got anything else?
No, that's it, man. I saw Ron on there. I'll see Ron next week at Jeremy's event out in Oceanside. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm right down the street from him. So looking forward to that. And great, man. Long overdue, JC. We haven't done a Facebook Live of any type in quite a while, and very enjoyable. And enjoyed talking with you on this, and look forward to working with you more on this stuff. So
Yeah, I
It's
think
been
we're
a great season for all of us.
yeah, both very similar and trying to help out folks in the crystal light industry. Very passionate, you and I, and it's just again, if it wasn't for
Good stuff,
you,
man.
I don't know where I'd be right now because I probably wouldn't have known about this type of business many years ago when I started in 2016. I still remember it was the UAMCC event in Charlotte, North Carolina, while we are on a lockdown because of the
Lockdown. Oh yeah. Connor Graham's 21st birthday. Mike started lemonade. That kid has I love Connor Graham. He has so many stories behind him. But yeah, those days were legendary, man. Those trade show days were so much fun. And it's kind of gone full circle. Like you said, I helped you out a lot, get you into this. You become a big influencer in several industries. And I appreciate, working with you on this stuff. And again, like the events that you and I have done with Jimmy, I think that people that look at it from the outside, sometimes they're just thinking, oh, these guys are just thinking about, notoriety or money or this or that or whatever, and just notoriety in the industry. We do. You can tell the people that really do know, the history in this industry, care about it, and enjoy helping people that, make money and having fun while they do it and making friends. And you completely fall into that category for me. So it's good, man. Yeah. And that's just the history there. And like Charlotte, and Ron would remember those days, Ron with his bullhorn. And the year before, I think it was in Charleston, and the year after in Orlando. I mean, so much fun, man. So many great memories. And that, again, that's why I encourage people to take a part of these trade shows and events. I don't know if they'll be as good as they were in those days, but they're still a lot of fun. But those days were epic. We were younger too, right? So, I appreciate it. And everybody that joined us on this Sunday evening at this busy time, hit me up. I'll help you. I'll help you close these deals too. I put my cell phone on there. I'm not afraid to ever do that. You'll see my cell phone everywhere. Fortunately, one of the benefits of me not doing installs anymore is that I can sit at a desk and I can help people all day long. And that's what I do. I look at jobs, advise you, send me pictures, let's FaceTime. I'm here to help you close these deals that we get you as well. So.
Love it. All right, Josh, I appreciate it. Again, go to WeHang or WHCLleads.com. If you're not an affiliate, you can go ahead and buy the leads for $50. Be checking that leaderboard every single day. Like I said, while we're on here, leads were coming through because people are actively right now. Halloween's over and they're looking for Christmas lights. So now is the time to be doing that. Literally, I'm just going back into it real quick. Another lead popped up in there. I just want to confirm that everything I'm saying is true. But yes, another lead just popped up in the last 8 minutes since we started talking. So it's only going to get progressively more. So if reach out to Josh, see if your territory is available. I highly recommend and encourage you to jump on that, whether you're just starting out or you're very well established, because the more leads you get, better chance you get to close and convert and get the long lifetime value of working with that client. So, Josh, thank you again. I've got to get off and go.
Thank you, JC. I appreciate it.
I've got 8 Christmas trees up in my house right now, so I got to go start getting.
Oh my goodness, it's game time. Good luck with that one, brother.
All right, guys, have a great night. Thanks.
All right, thanks.